Troll creatives. If you elevate your Thanksgiving, you're going to elevate your career. That's what we're talking today. New Thought Tuesdays. The idea, it is time for Thanksgiving. So lots of thankfulness with just a dash of forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's what we're focused on. Hey, Rich.
Hi. Good morning. How you doing? On your trip on the way to Boston, my hometown. I parked my car at Harvard Yard. Boston. I
We are out on the road. We are out on the road.
was going to say I'm jealous of you, but we don't use that word. I'm envious of you.
You're appreciating my conscious unfoldment of this moment. That's how I think we say it.
There you
Anyway,
go.
today, folks, this is what we're going to be up to. We're going to be up to talking about that ancient wisdom and unveiling the profound principles of thanks, appreciation, gratitude. And then we're going to be talking more about that, the power. There's the power of of gratitude, the power of Thanksgiving. And of course, Thanksgiving week here in the United States is the best time to be doing this. And then, of course, that liberation. There's lots of times where just grateful, grateful. There's times to be thankful and thankful. And yet, at times of Thanksgiving, we all find that we need a little bit, perhaps, of forgiveness, just a dash of forgiveness, because we tend to be with our family, and sometimes that can help. So here, you're part of this global community of New Thought Tuesdays, and we're going to be talking about all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Thanksgiving with the family. Love it.
Yeah.
As I've grown older and wiser and more spiritual, it's much easier to be around my family. I accept them for who they are,
Mm-hmm.
whereas before they'd torment me with their characters and personalities. But you get to tolerate people. The more you work on these spiritual principles, the more you just understand that we're all just one. There's unity here. There's not separation. And when you start to see your family as unity, as one, then you start to see them as a reflection not only of you, but of the world, of the universe, of God, of divine presence. And so,
Yes.
yeah, I'm really happy we're talking about this today, coming up on Thanksgiving.
So this whole thing about, okay, this thankfulness, this gratitude, this awareness, how does this have to what does this have to do with our creative careers? And we were talking about, we like to think of this as an opportunity to craft our new chapter in our success story, and infusing that kind of ink of gratitude into our careers, bringing that juice that comes from gratitude, from gratefulness, and then also that energy that comes from using that kind of that eraser of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, the idea of giving, can erase a lot of the energy that locks us up. So that we're talking about the ink of gratitude and the eraser of forgiveness.
Yeah, yeah. So let's start with gratitude, being
All
thankful
right.
for all that you have and all that you're about to receive. When we do a prayer treatment at the end, I always say, I'm thankful for all that I have and all that I'm about to receive, knowing that it's unlimited. There's unlimited potential for you to create whatever you want to create in your life. Or should I say co-create with what I call the infinite filmmaker, divine presence. And so let's start with genuine gratitude, Dean, huh? That when you appreciate, um, your life, and you start looking at it as if it's all a blessing, then you get more of that, a blessing.
You focus on the blessing quality of it and open up to receiving even more. That openness, seeing everything, how I like to say, how is this happening for you? How is this happening for me? Seeing everything from that perspective of, okay, this was fabulous. This was fabulous. I'm really appreciative of it. Or this was kind of not so fabulous, but how is it happening for me? And how can I see it from a perspective of contributing to my life?
Yeah, exactly. And on the other hand, forgiveness, the process of releasing negative emotions, grudges, resentments you may have, towards not only your family at Thanksgiving, but also within the industry when you're working on a set and you're with other creatives. You know, when creatives get together, everybody has their opinion. And there are a lot of bumping of heads. So we're going to talk about forgiveness in the industry too. You know, as long as you're holding on to past hurt and past, you know, energies that block your flow, then you're not going to be open to more good in your life. And so when you forgive, you free yourself from the burdens of the past and you open up, you know, the space in your consciousness for new and positive experiences. And so,
Being positive. That's that opening up, like you're talking about, that gratitude opens up the space and past and even forgiving some of the present. There's been some things going down in my creative career this week where I've just said, okay, Dean, pick up your feet and just float downstream. Compromise that's possible right now. Just go with the flow. It's all working out. Bring your creative energy and surrender to that which is creative within yourself.
yeah.
And be grateful for it.
And forgive.
Forgive. See, that's what we're going to be all about today.
Yeah.
It's going to be grateful and forgive. Now, okay, so gratitude. Rich and I were talking about this, and
yeah,
we both feel like gratitude brings this unique magic. It brings a unique magic to your experience, to your life, to the life as it's unfolding for you humanly. The more we genuinely, I mean, and it's got, the gratitude is authentic, it's genuine. It's not fake it till you make it time, folks. It's genuine. As you genuinely appreciate and give thanks, give thanks for the blessings in our lives, the more those blessings come into our lives. As we are grateful for something, the more it comes into our lives. So even when you have something that you're not particularly appreciating, when you find that aspect of it that you are spiritually reframing, you bring it into your life as gratitude, and it is an attractive energy. It's an attractive vibration.
Yeah. You know, I like what you said about authentically feeling gratitude because the universe knows all, sees all, is all, does all. You can't fake the universe. Just saying, I'm gratitude. That's why I think like this whole idea of sitting down and writing a list of things you're grateful for. Yeah. It's very cool and everything, and it works. However, once you understand the spiritual principles behind what we teach at New Thought Tuesdays, you start getting in the vibration of gratitude. You just feel grateful for everything in your life because everything seems to be flowing in perfect order. Everything is unfolding perfectly for you. And so you can sit in gratitude because you see things around you that are just, you're grateful for. You can't fake it. You can't just write stuff down and not really believe it. You're experiencing amazing things when you come to spirit. And as a result of that, you get more amazing things because you sit and you can't help but sitting in gratitude. You can't fake it till you make it. No, when you're walking in spirit, walking.
The time where fake it till you make it works, in my experience, is when someone is really just not getting the idea of graciousness in life, in gratitude. Fake it till you make it is really, okay, I'm going to take this time to be willing to be willing. I'm not really willing, but I'm willing to be willing. That's when fake it till you make it really can begin to help turn the wheels very slowly.
Yeah.
That's very helpful. That circle, and it creates a cycle. It creates a cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm looking at little notes that I wrote while we were talking yesterday. And, you know, I like that whole idea of what is it like? So put it in terms that a filmmaker, for my, you know, or creatives, any creatives in the industry, how they can understand it. And so I started writing some stuff like gratitude. It's like adjusting the lens through which you view your life's movie, because you are the cinematographer in your life's movie. And when you express gratitude, you're acknowledging the infinite abundance and the possibilities that are woven into the fabric of your existence. It's as if you're saying, I appreciate the scenes that are unfolding in my life so far, and I trust that there's even more incredible scenes to be experienced. The attitude of gratitude expands your consciousness and allows you to perceive the limitless potential that's inherent in your life script, as long as you're using the screenplay that was written by the infinite filmmaker. Now, there's another whole thing, and I could go on forever about this. Two screenplays, one written by you with your mortal mind, and the other one written by spiritual mind, the infinite filmmaker, which is perfect, whole, and complete. What screenplay do you want to be using? And you're writing the screenplay every time you think a thought, take an action towards something, have an emotion towards something. You're writing the screenplay of your movie. What do you want to experience in the future? You want to experience more gratitude? Then start thinking and talking and acting in gratitude, for things. And forgiveness, same thing too, right, Dean?
Oh, so forgiveness. You're walking. So it really comes down to, there is such a sense of what kind of life do we want to live? Is this universe, what is your basic perception that this universe is a friendly universe, or that this universe is a hostile universe? My particular belief is that this is a friendly universe working on my behalf. I see that magical music of life conspiring on my behalf.
Yeah.
And that idea of forgiveness, when we hold on to the energy of, you cheated me, you done me wrong, when we hold on to it, it's kind of like that whole thing of there's this thing where if you can trap a monkey by taking a coconut, making a small hole in it, and putting something that the monkey wants in the coconut, the monkey puts the hand in the coconut, grabs it, but will not let go of it, and therefore it cannot get out of the coconut, which is tied to a tree. The monkey will not let go of that which it's holding on to. Forgiveness is like that. If you don't release it, if you do not give forgiveness for that activity that you're so judgmentally concerned about, you're going to just keep pulling against it. Open up your hand in that sense of forgiveness and authentically find a way. And we're going to talk about this in the inner circle today. How can I find a way to forgive and open up the door to more gratitude? Reminding everybody that forgiveness does not have to mean condoning.
Yeah, that's a very, very important point too, is you don't have to condone somebody's behavior. You just got to forgive them, accept them, accept them for who they are, and expect them to accept you for who you are. And the world would be a much better place for us to live in.
By forgiving, we create the space for new music to be played in our life, music of love and joy and abundance. That forgiveness is a powerful act. Self-contained compassion. It has nothing to do with the other person. It is all about you, all about your own energy. And it just allows us to live more fully. It allows us to relate better to our past, using our past as our sense of creativity and bringing that into our present and our future. And it creates a brighter future.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A future that's full of infinite possibilities. There's nothing being withheld from us. And so just as a skilled filmmaker can create limitless scenarios, characters, and even narratives in its movie, the infinite filmmaker that's creating the movie of your life has no boundaries in creating the story of your life. There's no limitations. The only limitations are the ones that we hold on to in our own mind. And when we're thinking thoughts of anger, resentment, jealousy, negative emotions, and limiting beliefs, then that's what we're going to get back. So if you want to tap into the infinite potential, unlimited possibilities for your life that are perfect, whole, and complete unfolding in your life, you have to sit in gratitude, and you have to forgive, and you can't fake it till you make it. You can't just write it down as a list of things you're grateful for. You really have to do the spiritual work. And that's why we invite you to join us on New Thought Tuesdays every Tuesday. Dean, how do they sign up for New Thought Tuesdays?
You know what you guys can do if you guys have not yet done it, you can go to the newthoughttuesdays.com. Click on the link that says I want to be reminded, and you will be reminded. We'll send you a couple of gentle emails, and including the link for being here and being part of the inner circle. And that is where we have our like-minded folks who get together and talk and take this stuff into heart. And no one does it any more or any less than Rich and I. It's such a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And how can folks if folks want to get hold of you individually, Rich, how do they go about doing that?
They just, you can email me at rich@infinitefilmmaker.com, support@theinfinitefilmmaker.com. Just email me, or just search Google for The Infinite Filmmaker and all my stuff will come up.
And then if you want to contact me directly, because both Rich and I do one-on-one coaching, we also do New Thought Tuesdays together. We have our individual processes. I do a lot of speaking as well. You can go to reach me. You can reach me at dean@deanregan.com. dean@deanregan.com. Reach out to me, and let's get to know one another better. So, okay, Richard, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the inner circle. Okay.
Yes.
What is that?
Yes.
What is the inner circle? We do 20 minutes of live discussion, and then we go in and talk about the subject afterwards, and we do some processes that we use, whether it's tapping or affirmative prayer, whatever it is that we need to do to help you guys break through some of the mental blocks that you have to having your success. We'll do that in the inner circle. It's a way to work with Dean and I.
It's a great way to work with us. It's a great way for us to work with you. And the thing about it is, this stuff makes great sense. Like, yeah, great, I get it. But how do I put it into practice? Just read a whole book, Power and Force by David Hawkins, and discussed it with a group, and they were like, fabulous stuff. How do we put it into practice? And that's what we do in the inner circle. We help you put it into practice.
Yeah.
And speaking of practice, it's all a spiritual practice.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is a spiritual practice. It transcends this whole holiday thing, and it really becomes a way of life. When you are doing those gratitude lists, and I love gratitude lists. I love gratitude lists before you go to bed. I adore it. Now, the thing is, if, like Rich says, you're just writing words down and you're not actually using the writing to guide your authentic, deep, genuine feeling, then it's just words on paper.
Yeah.
It's a feeling tone. Being, as I'm this, I'm grateful for, being grateful for how you're writing it. Genuinely, delightedly, gleefully, sweetly, gently grateful for what you're expressing on that paper. Then these lists they just work wonders. It's when you do an affirmation without any sense of feeling tone underneath it, any kind of vibrational tone in the direction of what it is that you're wanting to experience. When you do affirmations just as I'm whole, perfect, and complete, I'm whole, perfect, and complete, I'm whole, perfect, and complete. Yeah, it's kind of skating on top of the affirmation. It's to be having that feeling
Body.
Regardless of the appearance of this energetic field that I've got going on with my physical experience, I recognize and feel, I sense it, I know that I am here and now whole, perfect, and complete.
Awesome. And you're kind of cutting out, but I'd like to end this conversation on Thanksgiving and forgiveness with something that we were talking about, and I wrote some notes down on it. And I'm just going to read it to you because I think it's a great way to end this whole session. And Thanksgiving as a spiritual practice transcends the traditional holiday and becomes a way of life. It is the art of recognizing and appreciating the countless blessings, both large and small, that grace our existence every day. In this practice, gratitude isn't just reserved for moments of abundance and happiness. It extends to times of challenging and adversity. challenges and adversity. It's about acknowledging the interconnectedness of all things and realizing that even the most ordinary aspects of life are, in fact, extraordinary gifts. So when we cultivate a spirit of thanksgiving, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, from what's missing to what's present. And the shift in perspective not only deepens our sense of commitment, but also connects us to the highest spiritual truth. The life itself is a divine gift, and each moment is an opportunity of profound gratitude. So I think with that, we can probably end our session, New Thought Tuesdays. Join us every Tuesday.
Yep. We're going to go into the inner circle and talk to our spiritual peeps, and looking forward to it. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for those that are listening, and thank you for those that are allowing the vibration of this experience to be received by you. This is just such great stuff, and I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, me too. And so we'll see you next Tuesday.